Imagine watching $40,000 vanish before your eyes. As you drive your newly purchased dream car out of the dealership, a digital money meter ticks down the dollars, cutting your investment in half over just a few years. In this video, we're counting down the 10 worst cars for resale, models that lose the most money the fastest. From flashy SUVs to luxury sedans, you might be surprised which brands top the list. Whether you're car shopping or just love a good automotive horror story, you'll want to see which rides to avoid if you care about your wallet. Our list is based on industry data from the ISeeCars 2023 Depreciation Study, highlighting the vehicles with the steepest depreciation curves. Let's dive in. Number 10. Cadillac Escalade ESV. The Cadillac Escalade stands out in any suburban driveway. It's big, shiny, and hard to ignore. The downside is that it's expensive to own. After 5 years, it loses about 60 to 64% of its value. Do you know why? Used car shoppers know what to expect. A heavy SUV that uses a lot of gas. A 2020 model averages 17 miles per gallon and just 14 in the city. The annual fuel costs alone can soar to around $3,000. On top of that, repairs can be costly, so the luxury badge quickly becomes a burden. With both the depreciation and the operational expenses, it might rule the road, but when it comes to resale value, the Escalade falls short. Number 9. Tesla Model X. The Tesla Model X is like the iPhone of SUVs, flashy, futuristic, and packed with features nobody else had when it launched. But just like a phone, 5 years later, it feels outdated. On average, the Model X loses about 63% of its value. Those falcon wing doors might wow the neighbors, but buyers know they can be costly if something goes wrong. With Tesla rolling out constant hardware and software updates, yesterday's Model X quickly looks like old tech. Amazing to own new, but a tough sell once it's used. Number 8. Maserati Levante. The Maserati Levante looks great and sounds amazing, but owning one can be a stressful experience. In just 5 years, it loses about 64% of its value. The primary issue is that specialty parts are extremely expensive, and with only a few service centers, even basic repairs can take a considerable amount of time and incur significant costs. Used car buyers are aware of this, so prices fall quickly. It's a beautiful SUV, but high ownership costs mean that style doesn't significantly add to its value. Number 7. Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf was one of the first electric cars available to the general public, but it hasn't aged well. After 5 years, it loses about 64% of its value. Early models could go about 150 miles on a charge, which was fine at the time, but now many EVs can go over 300 miles. Because of this, buyers typically view the LEAF as a second car for city driving, so its price continues to drop. It's good for short trips, but not for holding its value. Number 6. BMW 5 Series Hybrid 530e. The BMW 530e was designed to be the perfect blend, a luxury sedan with some electric power to reduce fuel consumption. However, when it comes to resale, it is often overlooked. After 5 years, it's usually worth only about a third of its original price. The main issue is that you still have to pay BMW-level costs to maintain both a gas and an electric system. This puts off many used car buyers. Most people opt for a regular 5 Series or a full electric car instead. When few want the compromise, the value drops quickly. Number 5. Maserati Ghibli. The Maserati Ghibli is proof that not every Italian with curves ages gracefully. 5 years after leaving the showroom, it's usually worth only about a third of what you paid. Part of the problem? Running costs. Owners report routine maintenance that costs more than some car payments, and parts often take weeks to arrive from Italy. The result is a sedan that looks exotic but quickly feels like a burden. The irony is, these cars make fantastic used buys because someone else already lost $60,000 to $70,000 before you ever touch the wheel. Number 4. Infiniti QX80. Slide behind the wheel of an Infiniti QX80 and you feel like you're piloting a luxury yacht on land. Tons of space, plush ride, and towing muscle to spare. But here's the catch. 5 years later, that yacht has dropped about 65% in value. Gas mileage in the mid-teens means every fill-up feels like fueling a boat, and the dated design makes it harder for the vehicle to compete with newer luxury SUVs. Unless you really need the size and towing power, most used buyers steer clear, and that's why prices sink like an anchor. Number 3. Tesla Model S. The Tesla Model S used to be the poster child for electric cars. Fast, sleek, and way ahead of its time. But in the resale market, being first isn't always an advantage. EV technology moves at lightning speed. New models offer more range, faster charging, and better features, making older ones look outdated overnight. And while it doesn't happen to everyone, the possibility of a battery replacement costing tens of thousands of dollars makes used buyers cautious. After 5 years, the Model S has typically lost about 65% of its value. Number 2. BMW 7 Series. The BMW 7 Series is the kind of car that makes you feel like a CEO the moment you take your seat. But here's the truth. 5 years later, that $100,000 sedan is usually worth closer to $30,000. That's a 67% drop. Why? Nobody wants to be the second owner of a car loaded with complicated electronics and expensive parts once the warranty expires. First owners get the luxury. Second owners get the repair bills. And the resale value? It just collapses. Number 1. Jaguar I-Pace. The Jaguar I-Pace takes the crown for worst resale in America, and it's not even close. On average, it loses about 72% of its value in just 5 years. To put that in perspective, one 2019 model that originally cost over $87,000 sold for only $16,250. That's more than $70,000 gone. The reasons are clear. Limited driving range compared to today's EVs, a tiny pool of buyers, and recalls that shook confidence. It was Jaguar's bold leap into electric cars, but the market turned its back fast. If you love the look, buy one second-hand. But if you buy it new, you're practically lighting money on fire. These 10 cars prove a tough truth. Even great vehicles can be terrible investments. They're fun to drive, sure, but they drain your wallet the moment you try to sell. The smart move? Stick with models that have proven reliability, strong demand, and easy service anywhere in the country. Which car surprised you most? Tell me below and help save a friend from overpaying.